Training camps around the National Basketball Association got started this week, which means it's time to start thinking about some of the best future bets when it comes to the NBA. Joining me to help you win some money on your NBA future bets is my guy, Jarod Hector, writer for TrueHoop and host of the 7-Footers podcast. Jarod, you were out at Nets Media Day earlier this week. Have you recovered from the drama?
I have, Dex. Always good to be here with you, man. Look, it's like the first day of school when Media Day happens, right? Everybody's happy to be there, all the positive vibes. We'll see what happens, come October 15th when this tips off for real.
We will see what happens when it tips off for real. Now, Jarod, let's start with the win total over-unders. First up, what are some teams that you think will not match their win total line and you would take them to go under?
And it seems like I'm piling on, but the two teams I'm looking at, Dexter, are the Boston Celtics and Phoenix Suns. The vibes and the juju around both those franchises aren't good right now. Obviously, in Boston, you have the Ime Udoka situation, which we discussed last week. Also, on top of that, you have Robert Williams III, Time Lord, their best defender, out for 8 to 12 weeks. The Celtics were the number one team in adjusted defensive rating last year. Not having that roving shot blocking rim presence who can switch out to multiple positions is going to be a huge problem. And at some point, the Udoka situation will take a toll. Now, they still have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart, and they got Malcolm Brogdon, so they still have good. They're not going to be terrible, but I just feel like at some point this is going to hit them, and they might come in a little bit under what is expected. As far as Phoenix goes, of course, the Robert Sarver situation hanging over their head. Also, Monty Williams and DeAndre Ayton haven't spoken since Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals in a one-on-one setting. And if you saw DeAndre's press conference from practice this week, he was very short. He's very uncomfortable. Those two have to find some kind of come to Jesus moment and figure out what's going on. On top of that, Jay Crowder wants out. Look, Phoenix went to the NBA Finals 2 years ago. We're up 2-0 against the Bucks. Last year, best record in the league, flame out in the playoffs. They're trending in a bad direction.
All right, got that. Under, out of the way. Suns, Celtics, no piling on from Jarod there. So now we've got that out of the way. Let's go the other way, Jarod. Which NBA teams you think will win more games than projected, and should people bang the over when it comes to their win total?
A team that's going to surprise people that I'm going to say is because as a franchise, they're generally inept. But the Orlando Magic, because you can't be inept that long, right? You've been picking that high in the lottery for the last decade. At some point, it's got to hit. Look, Franz Wagner was awesome for Germany in Eurobasket that just concluded earlier this month. You also have Jalen Suggs. You have Mo Bamba. There's so many, Cole Anthony. I mean, I just think that, and of course, number one draft pick, Paolo Banchero. I think they're going to win more than 26 games this year. They might even sneak up to 30. And look, that's all you need to hit the over. And another team that I think will really crush the over, the New Orleans Pelicans. Zion Williamson's healthy. This team last year took the Phoenix Suns to 6 games in round 1. You got Herb Jones, Jose Alvarado, Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, and this team, Jonas Valanciunas, and they have pieces they can move and draft picks to get an additional player in. I like New Orleans to make a lot of noise in the West this year.
Magic and Pelicans, interesting picks there. Now, one of the most popular NBA future bets, as you know, Jarod, is betting on the MVP. So who do you like as the best bet to win the MVP award this year? And also, give me a good sleeper and a long shot.
So, I think that with the MVP, it's not only play, it's narrative, right? So, and I think odds that I think are likely to use that you want to pick, you would go with Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic. I mean, all NBA first team again last season. They went to the Western Conference Finals, albeit they got smashed by the Warriors. Either way, Luka is going to be a name that's going to get talked about a lot. And having just come off Eurobasket, he's going to be in shape to start the season, which will be huge for his early season numbers. Jason Tatum's another one in that plus 500 range to look at. I know I said the Celtics might be a little slightly under, but he might have something to prove coming off the finals. He was hurt after all. So narrative might fit there. Joel Embiid also finished second last year. So look at those three in terms of players who can win, and you have pretty safe bets. In terms of a long bet and a long shot that could play, I mentioned the Pelicans is going in over. Zion Williamson at plus 4,000 at some betting houses. Look, if that dude plays 70 games and the Pelicans win 49, 50, between 49 and 52 games, watch out. He's going to be in the MVP conversation. We already know when he plays, he's the best low post scorer in the league. And early words out of training camp is he's dominating practice and the Pelicans, and he's looking good.
All right. There are some interesting picks there. Jarod, if you listen to the 7-Footers podcast with Jarod, he's always talking about trying to win y'all some money. That's why we got him here, to try to see if he can help you win some money. Jarod, thank you for the time. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.